What's up, YouTube? It's Friday. On the way to the gym. Had check-ins with Ross this morning. I was 234.0. So this is not the absolute lightest I've been for this prep, but I think it was like a pound away. But it's the best I've looked, in my opinion, so far. In this second prep, so I'm pretty excited about that. Plan for today is just normal diet plan, and then a small refeed meal tonight, which should be interesting because, of course, tonight's our first full week back with football for my normal daytime job as an athletic trainer at a high school. So it should be interesting. I read it real fast what the last meal for tonight's supposed to be. If I remember off the top of my head, it was like 5 ounces of steak, 150 grams of rice, 150 grams of potatoes, I think 100 grams of pineapple, and I feel like it was something else, but I can't remember. And then tomorrow, plan of action is just to add 50 more grams of carbs from Bowl of Gains. So that's exciting. Because currently on my off day meal plan, meal one has Bowl of Gains, but it's 32 grams, which is one serving, which is 25 grams of carbs. So I'll get 3 servings total tomorrow. So that'll be nice. Probably make my blueberry pancakes that I haven't made in a while. That sounds really good. And then the rest of the day is just, regular off day plan. But it is a complete rest day, so no cardio tomorrow, and no extra steps. Ross said only walk if I absolutely need to. So probably still do like a little bit of walking after meals and stuff, just for digestion and just for my own like mental clarity. But my kids are staying at their grandparents tonight because I'm working. So Ross also, which the weekends are easy to sleep in, but told me to sleep in tomorrow, so that'll be easy to do, especially without the kids in the house. But yeah, so today at the gym, I normally, like Fridays are arm days, and I would say in the past, maybe up to 6 months, I've been doing like some medial delt work 3 times a week. It's normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I normally do it at the very beginning of each of those sessions. And then the past, I'd say month or so, I've been adding in like 1 or 2 chest movements at the beginning as well. Just for extra volume during the week. Monday's my normal focused push or chest day. But I can get pretty decently recovered before following Monday to do some kind of chest movements. So that's what I normally do. It's normally not anything too crazy. I normally structure the first movement on these Friday arm days is either an easy bar upright row or an easy bar cable upright row. I prefer the cables if it's available, just because you get constant tension through the whole movement. And then after that, for like chest, I normally just do like a fly movement, so like a pec deck, which is what I prefer. Dumbbell flies, just for me specifically, I like the engagement. I just don't like the setup, because laying flat on a bench just sometimes with my back and like the hardware in my back, it just can be cumbersome, and it just that motion of lying flat on a bench, then getting up and down and all that stuff. And then if I do another chest movement, it'll be some kind of compound press. So at this other gym, what did I do last Monday? Oh yeah, they do have like a regular like Cybex press, but I didn't use it on Monday because they had the hammer strength stuff, and I wanted to test that out. Did not like it because the handles don't converge at the top part, so at the end of the press they don't converge at all, so you really don't get that activation, that like total activation of the pec at the end of the movement. So kind of, I don't know, defeats the purpose in my opinion. I didn't really get a pump. I didn't really feel any kind of mind muscle connection. It was tiring, but yeah, so I might just stick with like just the machine press, which is fine because it's, you know, easier to manage, easier to adjust the weight. There's nothing wrong with either. You just gotta have to figure out what's good for your body type and what you actually feel a connection with. So probably gonna not do those hammer strength presses probably ever again, which is fine because the incline one I had to wait for like 10 minutes because some dude was ego lifting and he did like 10 sets of like 5 or 6 and was talking on the phone the whole time, and every single rep that he did and every single set that he did looked the exact same. Like, it didn't look like he failed one time or struggled at one time, so that's always annoying. And then for arms, biceps and triceps, definitely my quote-unquote favorite muscle groups to work, just because they grow the easiest, and you know, what dude doesn't like training biceps and triceps? But always try to focus on that first movement, at least for me, really focusing on anything where I can put the bicep in a super stretch position. So probably in the past year, I really like doing the cable stretch curls. So basically your arms are behind your body and you have a slight lean forward at the cable rack or at the cable machine stack, and your elbows don't move and you're literally just curling your wrist towards your shoulder. Ah, fuck. Oh, double whammy. And if you couldn't tell, we're back to the old system. That visor clip thing I had yesterday was just not it. My face was too close to the camera. It blocked too much of my vision of the road, and it was too shaky. It was distracting for me. But anyways, so yeah, first movement, I always try to make sure I get a good stretch of the biceps. And then that one, you're kind of working the end range to mid range when you flex the elbow, because if you flex, you try to take your wrist all the way to your shoulder, you're going to activate that front delt a good bit, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but that's just not the goal of that movement. So we're trying to train our biceps strictly, and we're not trying to turn it into a compound lift. And then the next like angle or range of motion I'm trying to work for the biceps is that mid to short range. So I'll do preacher curl machine and a pretty much go full stretch and then work to that mid-range again, kind of for the same concept. You know, I don't want to get the front delt too much. And then we'll finish off with some just old school dumbbell hammer curls. I really like hammer curls. It works the brachialis, which is the muscle that kind of goes underneath the main biceps muscle, and it helps give you that the peak. So when you flex and you're like this, it gives you that peak. You know, the peak is highly genetic as well, but you can build up that brachialis. It'll definitely help raise the peak of your biceps when you flex. Plus it helps the brachioradialis, which is the muscle on the top of the forearm, on the thumb side of your forearm, and which will help make your forearms grow, and which will just make your arms look bigger overall. And fun fact, I never directly train my forearms. I don't do wrist curls, I don't do extension curls, I don't do like these things on the fucking cable machine for like a million minutes in a row like I've seen a bunch of noodle arm dudes do it. I just train my biceps how they're supposed to be trained. I train, you know, them with intention. So yeah, I just train my biceps how they're supposed to be trained, following how they're structured anatomically, and just you know, really focusing on tension through the muscle I'm trying to train. And on top of that, you know, me growing up, my dad being a mechanic, and I was working on cars all the time, playing baseball. You know, I feel like that grew my forearms a lot. So there's definitely a genetic component or a environmental component. But yeah, I don't really train my forearms directly. I've never been told that I need to. You know, I've never been told that's a quote unquote lagging body part for me. So I put my focus on body parts that need it, like my chest, my shoulders, my legs. Let's see. Oh shit, went the other way. So yeah, today I'm exactly 4.1 weeks out from the show. So it's pretty wild. You know, last time I was 4 weeks out, I don't remember what I weighed, but I do know I didn't weigh 234. I mean, I guess I could go back and really figure it out, but yeah, it's wild. It's such a different feeling this time around than it was last time. Because, you know, last time was my first show ever. I literally had no clue what to expect. I knew my coach wasn't going to be there. I knew it was just going to be me and my one friend going. You know, he's not into the bodybuilding sphere at all. You know, he works out some, but definitely not like me. He definitely, you know, doesn't have the same interest in it like I do, which is totally cool, totally fine. That's why we get along so well. But he was going there to kind of be my film dude, my videographer, and, you know, moral support. But so yeah, this time around, I'm not sure if he's going. My dad's gonna go with me, so that'll be really cool. None of my family went last time. They were all on vacation with my kids and, you know, all of my immediate family. So it'll be nice to at least have one person from my family there to, in person cheer me on. Which I'm sure I will be able to hear my dad from the stage. Damn. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to hear my dad from the stage. I have no doubt about that. But we were actually flying to Houston this time instead of driving like I did last time, which was a huge mistake. Oh man. So from St. Augustine to Houston, total drive time split between 2 different days was about 15 hours total. That's like stopping for gas, stopping for, breaks and warming up my meals and all that stuff. That was a pain in the ass. Luckily, me and my buddy, we rented a car, and we just took turns, literally every 2 to 3 hours. We would just switch. And we'd both have to get out, stretch, use the bathroom. I have my back problems. He has back problems. So it was God. So out of the 6 days I was gone, 4 of those days were spent driving. That was awful. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. But yeah, this time we're flying first class. First time doing that, so I'm pretty excited. The plane ticket was only a couple $100 more to fly first class compared to non-first class. Dude, man, I can't wait to get this other tripod thing that I ordered. This thing sucks. But anyways, first time flying first class. Pretty excited about that. Mainly just because of just space, just room. I mean, I'm a big dude, and I've flown a bunch before, and those regular seats just suck. They're so cramped, so tight. Now, if it was only an hour flight, probably wouldn't be worth it. But it's a 2.5 hour flight. I'm not trying to be cramped for that long. So my dad and I are flying first class, and with this one particular United flight, it's only in the row that we're in, it's just me and him. So that'll be nice. It's just a 2-person row, and we're in the very front. So if anything bad happens, we'll be the first ones off. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited. I just saw on Summer Shredding's Instagram today that they have completely sold out for their last qualifying show, competitor tickets, which is really freaking cool. I saw it was 130 competitors signed up, which is insane. I know the Toronto show was pretty small, but apparently it was 2 or 3 times bigger than the Toronto show from last year, so that's still really cool. Yeah, I'm still getting messages from people who either currently competing, they're going to compete in the upcoming qualifying show, or or they competed last weekend in Toronto. And a lot of them, especially from transformation or comeback class, a lot of the messages are saying something to the effect of oh, they're not going to compete this year, they're going to take the year off and come back, but knowing that I'm coming back for the championship, that they're glad they don't have to compete against me. Which I don't ever think that way. I'm just trying to do the best that I can and bring the best version of myself to the stage that I can. It's bodybuilding at the end of the day is you versus you, but also I am trying to win. I'm very competitive. If it's fucking Christ. you know, I am very competitive. If it's, you know, either just with myself or against other people, like, you know, I'm spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time, you know, literally blood, sweat, and tears, you know, doing something like bodybuilding. So, fuck me. You know, so you do want to win. You want to go out there and, you know, hold up that trophy at the end of the night. You know, so we'll see. I had zero expectations going into last show on how I would place. Again, it was a qualifying show, and the competition's going to be a little harder now because it'll be the championship show. But you know, I'm feeling confident. I mean, I won the men's transformation overall, so you know, I'm quote unquote, you know, the guy to beat, or one of the guys to beat. So we'll see. We'll see where everything falls. Can't really focus too much about that. Just gotta keep doing what I've been doing, checking off the daily boxes, pretty much just doing what Ross tells me to do. Fuck. But yeah, we're almost to the gym now. So I'm gonna get a good workout in, do some cardio after. Might do the elliptical again. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. What day did I do that? Wednesday? Ended up going for 30 minutes, just because I knew I was going to be tight on schedule for the rest of the day. Which I'll probably do 30 minutes of cardio total today after. But I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might do my normal 10 minutes of Stairmaster, get my heart rate up, and then maybe incline treadmill walk for 20, then maybe elliptical for 20. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But normally these arm days, these Friday workouts aren't too CNS demanding, so we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The weekends, probably not going to record anything because if it's not cardio, it's just a rest day, so there's nothing really to talk about. And like I said before, if you guys want me to film any... Like I said before, if you guys want me to film about anything specific or different topics or literally anything about fitness, nutrition, parenting, gym, meal prep, nutrition, just let me know. Shoot me a DM, comment here, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. Everyone enjoy your Friday. Finish the week strong. Don't go too wild on the weekends, and check in Monday.
You're there. And it's the same day. Ugh.